On the biggest stage of where legends are made, creating legacies that never fade. Trails are blazing, those that dominate the era become the standard bearers, providing inspiration for future generations. They start imitating and innovating their games for the love of the sport, not the fortune or the fame. No finger pointing, no blame, no need for these excuses. We're ghosts. Don't tell us that they're the GOAT, because they proved it every year improving. Schooling their competition, not only do they cook, they're known to run the kitchen, night in and night out, silencing the doubt and all the naysayers, cause they're transcendent players. Welcome to Phenomenal Sports, my phenomenal people. You know what it is. It's your host, Phenomenon. We on our grown folks-ish, discussing sports with context, dispelling the lies as we analyze these different sports. Like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Leave a comment and share your perspective. Whether I agree or disagree, all viewpoints are welcome. What's good, my phenomenal people? I hope you're having a phenomenal day on today. I hope you enjoy the new intro, video, and track. And we're going to jump right into this. Leadership. Leadership is important in all aspects of life. You need good leadership in your household, where you work at. If you yourself want to run a company, you have to be a great leader, have great leadership qualities in sports. And it has been said that LeBron James is a great leader. Now, I'm going to give some pushback on that notion, because I'm trying to figure out what evidence do you have to back this? What data? When we see evidence to the contrary. So maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll let the fanboys and fangirls in the comment section give me that constructive criticism on my analysis of this. I'll let y'all give me that pushback. I look forward to it. I look forward to you guys giving me the pushback on this. But those phenomenal people that support this channel, those that are awake and aware, self-aware, aware of their surroundings and what's going on, and the manipulation of the media and how they say everything this man does is great. He has a high basketball IQ, great leadership, can guard 1 through 5. All these things that we constantly see being debunked by him himself, by his actions on the court and how he carries himself and the things he says. We know better. So let's just look at what makes great leadership. What are great leadership qualities? What do they possess? I Googled it. So you guys can't be like, oh man, you just making this stuff up. So it says, great leaders possess a range of traits, including integrity, vision, communication skills, adaptability, and empathy. They also demonstrate courage, resilience, self-awareness, and a commitment to continuous learning. Additionally, effective leaders are passionate about their work, respect others, build relationships, and are known for their clear communication and ability to inspire and motivate others. So let's hop into the core traits and let's see, does LeBron James have these? Integrity. Leaders who act with honesty and transparency build trust and credibility with their followers. Now we can already go with that, because we know this man has whole compilation videos of him capping, of him lying. This man sits here and lies about injuries, and he lies about flopping. I need to learn how to flop, snap my head back, because it's ridiculous. Yet at the same time contradicting itself, because didn't you just say, I'm a football player? You know, I welcome contact. It's crazy to me. This lack of integrity. You know, that loss in the finals, you know, it was just me, Wade, and Bosh, and we played with all minimum guys. Just did it again this year. You know, it's me and Luka Doncic is 8 other guys out there. He always does this. Yet these fanboys tell us that this man takes accountability. He doesn't throw his teammates under the bus. What is that? Vision. Let's go to the next core trait. Vision. Leaders who can articulate a clear and compelling vision for the future, inspire and motivate their teams towards a common goal. Doesn't seem like he motivates his team to a common goal. Doesn't seem like he has a vision. He's always trading guys away. Communication. Effective communication involves clearly conveying information, actively listening, and being able to adapt one's communication style to different audiences. He's always getting coach fired. He's always arguing with people. We seen how he did Mario Chalmers. Empathy. Understanding and responding to the emotions of others, fostering a sense of connection and support. We already know he shows a lack of empathy oftentimes. He don't think about how his comments affect his former teammates and even current teammates. He didn't think about those young guys when he went to LA. He didn't care about the people he traded. He was worried about LeBron James. That's it. How to benefit him. You guys are just pawns in his game for his own glory. We know this. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges, demonstrating perseverance and adaptability. We saw what he did in the 2018 finals. Game 1, J.R. Smith makes a mistake. And what does this man do? He fusses at him. Then he pouts and sits on the bench away from him. They went to overtime. And what does he say in the press conference? You know, we were up, you know, in the series at JR. I don't know how he didn't know the time. And, you know, to be up against this team and have that opportunity just taken away from us. Come on, dude. No resilience. You should have been able to bounce back from that setback, but he's not. If things don't go LeBron's way, he's going to give up. That's what he does. Self-awareness. Understanding one's strengths and weaknesses, biases and motivations, which allow for more effective self-regulation and leadership. This man has no self-awareness whatsoever. We see the contradictions all the time. He'll say something and then say the complete opposite. Time and time again, he does this. Courage. Leaders who are courageous and are willing to take calculated risks, make tough decisions, and stand up for their beliefs. It's hard to know what this man believes in. Because he will flip-flop. If it looks like it's going to hurt his bottom line, that boy will jump back. You know, he was all for the, you know, wokeness, woke movement and fist in the air and all that when it was popular to do that. When it was popular to do that, that's when he was doing it. Black Lives Matters and all that, it was trending. He didn't do this at a time when he first started in his career in 2003. He didn't come in the league with that mentality. It was when Trayvon Martin and when the ball really started rolling and he saw the wave and he jumped on it. Now let's look at behavioral skills. We already discussed this. Adaptability. Leaders who are adaptable and can adjust to changing circumstances, embrace new ideas, and remain flexible in their approach. We already discussed that. Delegation, effectively delegating tasks and responsibilities, empower team members and allows leaders to focus on strategic priorities. This man gets all the points, rebounds, and assists, and his fanboys think this is a flex. Oh man, he led both teams in all categories. And even though he lost the finals, he had a triple-double. How about allow guys that can shoot to shoot, guys that can grab rebounds, and you wouldn't be so tired. Maybe if you allowed them to have more responsibilities, it wouldn't be on you. You would have to say, there's 8 other guys out there. Maybe if you allowed them and you put them in pressure situations in practice instead of being lackadaisical. Maybe if you lead by example. You had former teammates saying that they didn't practice at all. We never heard that with Michael Jordan. Because I know Michael Jordan's name is going to get brought up in the comment section. Let's go ahead and throw it out there. Michael Jordan treated practices like games. He put his teammates in high pressure situations so they would be ready for the moment. So Steve Kerr would be ready for the moment. So John Paxson could be ready for the moment. So Scottie Pippen could be ready for the moment. That's what you do. That's delegation. Dennis Rodman, let him get them boards. Scottie Pippen can help you on defense. When Michael Jordan started to trust his teammates, that's when they started to win. When he was trying to do everything himself and not delegate, he just wanted to think he could will his team to win by himself. It did not work. That was a critique of Michael Jordan. And guess what? He adapted. Passion. Leaders who are passionate about their work inspire and motivate their teams, creating a positive and energetic environment. Now, we know Michael Jordan had passion. We saw it. But LeBron James, did he just get done saying, this is just icing on the cake for me. I have nothing left to prove. The same dude that just was on stage talking about you got to cut off his head and bury him 6 feet deep. When he could no longer give his all to the game. When I can no longer give my all to this game. But lucky for you, that day is not today. I'm going to paraphrase him because he can paraphrase books. Malcolm X is a very, very smart man. And he talked about things that we go through to this day. And we kings and queens. Like all that just generic, bro. You sound like you made that up on the spot. Because you did. That's what yeah. Let me say some things that sound very pro-blackish. They can, sound good. But I never really read this book. Relationship building. Build a strong relationship with team members, stakeholders, clients, foster trust, collaboration, and mutual respect. Well, dudes is always getting traded, so we already know he can't build no relationships when you keep getting guys traded. Accountability. Taking responsibility for one's action and outcomes and holding others accountable as well. This man does not hold himself accountable. We know this. He gonna always find a way to blame others. And he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to hold himself accountable because his fanboys in the mainstream media are going to always bail him out. And I wanted to go ahead and make this point while we're on this. He has yes men around him. So he never had to hold himself accountable. Even when it comes to the expectations thing. That's another myth I'm going to go ahead and debunk in this video. They say, this man exceeds expectations. He exceeds expectations? For real? They say this man, I don't understand how that's true. When you look at Michael Jordan, how come Michael Jordan was always the favorite in the finals and LeBron isn't? I'm going to explain to you why. Because they keep lowering their expectations for LeBron James. They had high expectations when he first came into the league. He's supposed to be the chosen one, the next Michael Jordan. He's going to go take over the league. And then what happened? He was failing. 09, 010, he's supposed to be Kobe in the finals. You had the number 1 seed. He had the best record of his career in Cleveland. He was in a weak East. He was favored in those series and lost both of them against Orlando and against the Celtics. They could have won that series. Then in 2011, he comes out, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, and I believe it too. And what happened? Failed. So what they do? They lowered the bar. He was no longer the favorite in the finals. And that's crazy to me. You're supposed to be the greatest player of all time, but you're the little engine that could in all these series. Michael Jordan already said that when you are not the favorite, when you're not the one that's supposed to win, there is no pressure. There is no pressure when you're the underdog. It's always pressure when you're the best. That's what the greatest do. The greatest, everybody's coming for you. When you're the king of the hill, everybody's trying to take you down. They wanted the Bulls to lose. When you see Tom Brady, you believe that the Patriots were going to win because Tom Brady was on that team. He was an actual ceiling riser. He actually took players that nobody else knew, no name wide receivers, and gave them names, made them known. And he also took all-time greats and made them even greater. Randy Moss had the best season of his career with Tom Brady. And he was already an all-time great wide receiver. And they went undefeated. They didn't lose until the Super Bowl. And football is not like basketball. It's not a series. It's one game for all the marbles. That's how dominant Tom Brady was. 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 victories. He does not have a losing record in the Super Bowl. More times than not, Tom Brady's going to pull it through. And even the games he lost were close. He never got blown out. You never saw it. You never seen Tom Brady get blown out. Ever. LeBron James is not held accountable because they're going to always lower the bar. They did it this year. The Lakers go win the championship. All the fanboys in the comment section telling me about LeBron going to win the championship. All on Facebook telling me LeBron going to win the championship. What you going to say then? I had people coming at me telling me this. Making posts about it. Then when he lose, oh man, he 40 years old. What did you expect? Y'all the ones sitting there telling us, because if he wins, he's always the underdog. So when he loses, they be like, what did you expect? They've always done this. What do you expect? It's Golden State Warriors. What do you expect? It's San Antonio Spurs. What do you expect? Look at his team. Look at the teammates he had. Look at the supporting cast. What do you expect? What do you expect? That's what they tell us. I thought he had high expectations and he exceeded them all. No, he doesn't. Y'all lower the bar. What do you expect? He's this age. What do you expect? Look at his teammates. What do you expect? He was injured. He's like all of this. I've never seen that. You're supposed to be the greatest of all time. We've never seen this happen for any all-time great where they have to continuously lower the bar. But they do it for LeBron. Yeah, he's the GOAT. So why hold himself accountable? It's no pressure on him. He already know the media and y'all fanboys gonna make an excuse for every failure he's ever had. Come on now. They already know this. That's the difference between him and MJ. You cannot say he's better than Michael Jordan when he's always a little engine that could. He beats Golden State in 2016, a team that they said if he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, if they were not injured, they would have beat them easily. They would have handily beat them. The very next year, both of them come back with the same rosters, and yet this man is the underdog in that series. The dude is 6'9", 260 that y'all say could dominate any player in NBA history. Yet little Steph Curry, who's the best player on the other team, somehow is this major threat. And LeBron had a squad with him too. There's never been a time where he had a combination of players where you be like, man, you give LeBron this, he's unstoppable. Yeah, you got Colin Cowherd said, all you got to give, Michael Jordan needed. Hold on. Michael Jordan needed Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson. All LeBron James needed was the ball. Bro, get out of here. He needed superstars and he still failed with superstars. You don't make any sense. There's never been a time, like I said, that you could give LeBron James a combination of players where you know it's game over for the league. Because it's never been that. Game over for the East. No other team had the roster he had. He had better supporting cast than anybody else in the East. He's had a better supporting cast than anybody in NBA history. He's played with more top 75 players than anybody else. Especially in the modern game. And yet was never dominant. Was never able to string together 3 victories. Never able to three-peat. He has 4 championships to show for it. And he had to play a weak team in 2020. And yet that still made out to be the hardest championship. You see how they market everything he does? That's how they market it. Yeah, that was the hardest championship, man. Being in that bubble, it's hard. And like this man was overseas in the military where you could lose your life. That's how these players is acting. Bruh, y'all was in a luxury bubble. And you didn't have to play. If it was that hard, y'all should have said, nah, man, we'll wait till we can resume the season when this thing blows over. Or next year. Goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up with a few more points. Other important qualities. Continuous learning. Leaders who are committed to continuous learning stay up to date on industry trends, develop new skills, and are open to feedback. LeBron James don't feel like he need to learn anything. He said he got a sports IQ. He got a high IQ in all sports. It don't matter, man. Football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, bowling, tennis, ping pong, swimming, track and field. I can do it all. I have a high IQ in all of it. Shoot, badminton. It doesn't matter. Shoot, throw it my way. I'll dominate. Soccer. It's like the real football. Humility, not a trait he has. Acknowledging one's own limitations and being open to ideas and perspectives of others. Strategic thinking, leaders who can think strategically are able to anticipate future challenges, develop long-term plans, and make informed decisions. Innovation, leaders who are open to new ideas, encourage experimentation, foster a culture of innovation. I think y'all get the point. Does this describe LeBron James? Go ahead and sound off in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and if you really enjoy my content, share it.